Hey, I'm ZombieJohnny, and welcome to the second episode in my comic book and manga review series. In this episode, I will be taking a look at another manga, but it's not only a manga, it's also an anime series and a light book series. This is FLCL. The manga is based on the story written by Gainax and illustrated by Hijme Ueda. The version I will be reading is the Dark Horse Omnibus version. The original version was published by Tokyopop, and it came in 2 separate volumes. In this review, I will be discussing the FLCL manga, which came out in 2007, the FLCL OVA, which means Original Video Animation, and it was released from 2000 to 2001, and finally, I'll be talking about these odd little light novels that were written by Yoji Enokido, the original writer of the FLCL OVA. These light novels were released in 2007 as well. I have very little information on these light novels, and I only have the first volume, so hopefully through this review I'll learn more about the light novels and the FLCL series itself. FLCL, or Fulikuli, whichever you prefer, it doesn't really have a meaning anyway, is about a young boy named Naota Nandaba, or Naota-kun, or Takun. Yet another situation where we have a manga character that has more than one name. Naota lives with his father and grandfather, who are absolutely insane and way too horny for their own good. They live in a small town named Mabase. The town has a company in it named Medical Machina, which is a robot development company, but Naota is very weary of this ominous company that has a giant hand iron as a factory. Naota has an older brother who is playing baseball abroad in the USA. Naota's brother left behind a girlfriend named Mamimi Samijima. Mamimi has attached herself to Naota because of his similarities to his older brother. Though Naota plays way too cool to be fawned over by an older girl, he soon meets a Vespa-riding, Rickenbacker-wielding, insane intergalactic investigator named Haruko Haruhara. This is where the adventure begins. Shortly after Naota and Mamimi meet Haruko, things become a little strange. Haruko smashes Naota's head with a Rickenbacker base, and it opens a portal that allows Medical Machina robots to travel through Naota's head. This is simply because Haruko is searching for the Pirate King Adamosk, the love of her life, and if he is brought back through the portal in Naota's head, he becomes the ruler of the galaxy. I think. Naota summons a robot named Kanti, and is able to join with Kanti to defeat the robots that come through Naota's head. Alright, so you understand? Good, moving on. The manga seems to hit all the same story beats as the anime, but just in a different way. It kind of maintains the same artistic style, but not quite. The manga almost has a sketch style. It's almost frantic. But the anime is also frantic. It fits the style of the storytelling. Ueda was a great pick for the artist of this manga. The story itself is similar to a kaiju-themed story, a sort of Monster of the Week style story. A giant robot comes out of Naota's head, and Haruko and him must defeat it, with Naota learning something about himself along the way. That is really the true meaning of this story. It's all about self-discovery. It's a coming-of-age story. With Naota's brother abroad, he has to learn things on his own. It seems that his brother was quite the mentor to him, and he sort of lost all his direction when his brother left. This is where I feel like he's trying to fill that void with Haruko. Haruko seems to be someone that he's latched onto to be a role model, to teach him to grow up. But he ends up falling in love with her, I suppose? There's sort of a love triangle going on with Naota, Haruko, and Mamimi. None of them ever actually end up together, but they're all sort of in love with one another. The anime is soundtracked by the Japanese rock band The Pillows, who happen to be one of my favorite bands. They have some amazing songs, and they also have some amazing live concerts as well. It's a bucket list item of mine to see The Pillows live someday. Someday. Now, let's move on to the light novels. I only have the one volume. I've never seen another one of the volumes on the bookshelves anywhere. I picked this one up at a used comic book store. I've done some looking on Amazon and I've found volume 2, but it's quite expensive, and there's a volume 3, but it's never available. I'm guessing that it's quite rare. They have comic book style illustrated pages within the book. Now these pages don't fit the manga style or appear to be taken from the anime, so these pages are strictly drawn for this light novel series, which I find pretty awesome. It feels like a collector's item with special never before seen drawings. In the back of the first light novel, there's a small commentary section by Hiroki Sato, who is the producer of FLCL. It says they decided to do a novelization of FLCL so they could expand upon some of the things that were in the anime, or in his words, an additional link in the greater media mix. Overall, each piece of FLCL content is unique in its own way, and it makes the whole universe of FLCL much more interesting. With its new anime series being announced, I'm even more excited to see an expansion of its story and its universe. Total page count 370, total OVA episodes 6, total light novel pages I have no idea, total Pillows songs listened to 34, total score 4 out of 5. Thank you all so much for watching the second episode in this series. I'm having an absolute blast doing this, and your viewership has been wonderful. I think the first video had pretty great reception. I mean, great in my eyes. I mean, like I said in the first one, I'm a small fry. But I'm still having a blast doing this, whether the viewership is great or not. I still have a few more planned, and I hope that you're going to come along for the ride with me. Thank you so much again, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.